Hey, Roaring! Hey, Roaring! Hey, Roaring! Ik hoor een tulp in Tom's penis.
Garbage! 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 Garbage!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Friday edition of SEN Live. It is the Schmodown Entertainment Network. I'm Kristian Harloff. My goal is not to bail halfway through the show. Hope everybody is doing good here today. It's nice to have you on. I'm bummed yesterday because I didn't give good enough notes because apparently we had the number one contender for the Movie Trivia Schmodown on the show. We didn't even ask him any questions about the match itself. So that's my bad. I should have been on to give some of those questions. But joining us on the show today is that person's partner, Mark Reilly. What's up, Mark?
How are you, sir?
RB3 in the house.
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Ben Goddard.
Hey, sorry, I had to unmute myself.
It's all right. And Brett Sheridan, ladies and gentlemen. That's
unmuted.
Yes, that's right. Well, we're gonna have a really good show here today. We're going to space with the Fast and Furious crew. A lot of stuff that is happening in the world of movie news that we will get into. I'm very excited because today is the official launch of One-on-One with me, Kristian Harloff, bringing that show back. And we're starting it off with a bang with the star of Cobra Kai, Xolo Maridueña, was on, and that kid is awesome. Riley, I've been rewatching. Have you been rewatching it since it hit Netflix?
I've been trying, yeah. We've been on other things, you know, Lovecraft Country and all those great shows. I gotta get into. I want Cobra Kai back in my life, man.
Dude, I've been rewatching it. Have you any of you guys that haven't seen it? Have you guys watched it yet?
Haven't watched it yet. I'm finishing Harley Quinn and Hoops, and then I'm on to it.
Oh yeah,
because I've been it's been great to see all the people who are catching on to it, and like Whoopi Goldberg was talking about it, and Mick Foley, and all these people.
I love the people that they didn't know was there. They didn't know it was out there until Netflix kind of boosts the signal.
That was the problem with YouTube, you know, and that you guys knew that. So there's a couple really fun things with One-on-One. Obviously, I talked to Xolo about the show and the move to Netflix. Like, I think the RB3, I think you'd get along with this guy really well because he kind of reminds me, like, and I've talked your praises about this a lot, is that you're 22 or you 23? I forget.
23, just turned 23.
Just turned 23, but you don't carry yourself like, and nothing against 23-year-olds. When I was a jackass at 23, but you don't carry yourself like a 23-year-old.
I was an idiot.
I was an idiot at 23. You do not carry yourself that way, and neither
No.
did he's 19, and he's just really, really a level-headed, got his shit together, and it comes from, I think, very similar to you is his upbringing and his parents and his mom, you know, and he talks about all that. He talks about it, and we had a really great conversation. That debuts today. What I would really ask for you guys is so many of you have asked me to bring the show back, and I did it because you guys have been asking for it. I also give a lot of props to Mark Fernandez, who was very cool about. I asked him if I could, because the name did start over at Collider. I asked him if it was cool if I started it back over as One-on-One with Kristian Harloff. He said, go for it. And it's back, but I need your guys' help. I need you guys to go on over to Apple Podcast. The link is in the description of this video right now. It's already in the top 100, and we haven't even debuted an episode yet. So it's already in the top 100 of Apple Podcasts. If you guys go there today, subscribe, and leave a comment, that will help, because look at the guests I have so far. I have Xolo, who's going to be on today. Paul Walter Hauser is my guest next week, and we talked about Richard Jewell. We talked about his love for wrestling. We talked about him growing up in a very religious family and how that transferred over with his look on life. We talked about Kingdom. There's a lot that we talked about, and that's going to be next week. I have some other special guests, and speaking of Cobra Kai, I'm going to have the creators, both Hayden Schlossberg, John Horowitz, and Josh Heald. They're going to be on again. It's going to be more of a one-on-3, if you will. But it'll be that's gonna go down. I've a lot of really great guests, people that I'm talking to that you guys are going to be very excited about. So please go and subscribe to Apple Podcasts right now. It is it's in there. It's in the description of the video. Okay. the other thing before we move on, Abby Friel, if you guys don't know Abby was she's been a fan of the show for a very long time, but recently she became a writer on the staff, and she's been great on the Schmodown, just really, really great. But what she did, I think, was really special the last couple of years was she did these live tweets where there were live events, and she would tweet along with it. It was very entertaining. It's one of the reasons that she kind of caught up our attention and got involved with the crew. But she also is so good at TikTok, right? And we've been wanting to do a Schmodown TikTok forever. So Abby is going to be running the Schmodown TikTok, and that has launched. That is launched today. It's posted. I don't know if we put it in the. We should put it in the description. But if you guys go over to the Schmodown in general on Twitter, right, and you can say, or excuse me, on TikTok, you just go to the Schmodown
on TikTok.
Yeah, it's at the Schmodown on TikTok, and it's available now. And the trailer is. I just retweeted the trailer. It's great, and there's going to be a lot of fun stuff that Abby's going to be doing with a lot of the personalities, and the trailer alone was really great. So
and.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Also, two people. I'm putting the QR code up on screen. So if you actually just want to pull out your phone and scan the QR code on screen,
wow.
You're able to just follow us on TikTok that way. So there it is. It's right on screen.
I think this is a great thing for Schmodown because it's going to introduce a lot of this audience to the Schmodown personalities in a way that we don't do, and it's in short form content, obviously. So if you can, head on over there and check it out, everybody. All right. So let's get to the news. There's some stuff, and we're going to space, Ben Goddard.
We are going to space. It was long rumored and kind of a long-running joke that the more and more we watch Fast and Furious, the more and more ridiculous it gets. People are jumping cars from buildings. People are landing on cars and pretending that it's a nice soft bed. But it's official. We're going to space. Ludacris, who has starred in 6 of the films, including the 9th installment, hinted back in July on SiriusXM, Jess Cagle and Julie Cunningham's show that they might go to space. This week, co-star Michelle Rodriguez confirmed it. Quote, "Oh, no way. How did you guys find that out?" See what happens.
Stop.
People start talking behind the scenes. When a movie doesn't come out and forget it, things get out. Nobody was supposed to know that, end quote. So, we are confirmed for space, but it seems like it was supposed to be a big surprise. Are you guys disappointed that it's not surprise anymore? Because that's half the fun.
No, I mean, everybody was talking about that. It was like a joke, but not a joke. It's like, what's the next thing they can do? And everybody said, you could go to space. And then that's probably how it came up in the decision in the boardroom. They're sitting around going, well, what do we do with these guys next? I don't know, put them in space. That's a good joke, Tom. No, I'm serious. Put them in space. And then they put him in space. And it's like, and I saw Coy Andrews' tweet, his tweet of a tweet. And he said, for people who are getting upset about this, you clearly have not latched on to how silly the Fast and the Furious franchise has gotten over the last couple of years. I welcome this. I can't wait to see this. I think it is ridiculous in the best way possible. Mark Reilly, what say you?
Yeah, go to space, man. Yeah.
Over the last couple of years.
I can shoot your shot, right? It's like, go to space. Dude, it's like 3 years ago, the main topic of movie talk was when the screenwriter Peter Morgan said, yeah, we're going to space. So
James Lavario donated $50. Hey, I guess Kristian is still on this show. Abby Friel is the queen of TikTok. Can I get an impression off again like yesterday?
Oh my gosh.
What was the impression off?
Impression offs are $100, James. We set that precedent where if everyone does it, because impressions are $20, but some guy schmobot it in for everyone to do an impression. And so we set that at $100. If you want the entire crew to do an impression, it's $100.
Like an impression contest against each other?
Yeah.
Like a debate? I like that.
It was it was like 7 people yesterday, so.
All right, well, we got I like that though. But we will, if there's something that we can have, why don't we do, because
I'm not saying we don't do anything.
I know, but what about Angry Reilly? Why doesn't Angry Reilly talk about them going to space?
Absolutely.
Oh, right. Well, right now?
Yeah. The guy donated $50.
Only $50. I mean, but we're talking about Fast and Furious going to space again. I mean, they've been doing this for fucking 5 years ago. They were fucking talking about this, and now they're doing it. You know why they're doing it right now? Because Tom Cruise is already going to space. Tom Cruise beat you to it, Fast and Furious. That's what he fucking does. He's the best in the game, and you assholes are always playing catch up. Silly my ass. Go to fucking space. fucking Jason beat you to space, you assholes.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Actually, on the host said that Ludacris actually already let that slip before Michelle Rodriguez. I actually watched the interview that was at the bottom, and one of the main topics of the story actually wasn't really the space thing, but the fact that they got a female writer to highlight the female characters.
Fast Furious is going to space? What the fuck? Are they trying to kill Tom Cruise? You know Tom will be on the side of a space shuttle for Mission Impossible now.
Yeah.
Either way.
I'm pretty sure they already said that. By the way, I mean, as most of y'all know, like, who watched the Schmoes No Show back in the day, I'm the biggest Fast and Furious fan. So no matter...
You like space?
No matter what they do, they're never gonna do anything wrong. They could shoot these guys into a cannon and launch them over the Atlantic Ocean. I think it's the greatest movie of all time.
And that's it. That's all they do. They go back and forth for 2 hours, just bouncing back and forth and landing on beaches and glaciers.
And that's all it takes, man. So
And then in between, you just have Vin Diesel saying, family.
That's right.
It blows my mind that this is still going on. I remember my brother with a VHS rewinding it, showing me parts of the like, watch this again. Watch it, like the first one. Watch it again. This is the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's real cool, bro. And then now we're on 9. What?
Yeah,
and the 10th one's gonna go to fucking space. So
is that the 10th one's going to space? Or the Fast 9?
I think it's 9, Riley.
Is it 9?
Fast 9's
Wait, what's 9 is already shot.
I know. That's what Michelle Rodriguez was saying, is that it was already supposed to come out, and I
thought they were really talking about doing a whole movie,
a whole thing in space. No, they're probably it's probably something.
It might be the cliffhanger. Maybe
the whole movie is in space next time. It's like, look, if you're making money on these movies and you know where else to go, it's like, all right, because this franchise, to kind of address what Brett said, the franchise it evolved. If it would have just been a Point Break ripoff for the entire franchise, it wouldn't have worked. You had to move it, and 4 really started to change it. 5 was the one where I went from being like, I don't care about these movies at all, to like, I'm on board now because I understand what they're doing, because it just became a super over the top. Like, I just watched, it's funny because yesterday I watched, it was College Humor that did this 5 years ago, and it was what would really happen in the Fast and Furious movies, and he animated it. And did you see this, RB3?
Yeah, I saw this.
So good. And they had Michelle Rodriguez, because I watched the actual scene where she fights Ronda Rousey for real, and then I watched the animated version. It's just like, she's like, I'll be right there. I have to first take on undefeated UFC fighter. Rousey, the animated version, just jumps on her, beats her into a pulp, and she like passes out. And then they're in their car together, and he's like, family. And you see like the car go out. In the movie, in the movie, it shoots out the car, or the one building, and lands on the other building. And the animated one, it just goes out and just goes straight down.
Because of gravity.
It's really funny. I remember watching it and left my ass.
I don't know how they I don't want to say they toe the line because they like leap over it, obviously, but you're still invested. Like, it's not snakes on a plane or anything like that. Like, the directors have somehow gone over this line so hard and jumped the shark so hard, but you still love it. It's
because it was gradual. It was a gradual just like action movie of crazy car chases to this one thing, because you were invested enough in the characters and the story, and you cared enough about them, that when it started to evolve into this crazy like spy movie, that because now they've become their own genre. Because how many times do you hear from other people, this is basically just like Fast and the Furious, or they're trying to be Fast and the Furious. I thought it was going to go a little bit more Fast and the Furious here. That happens all of the time now because of the way they set it up. They're fun movies. And it's not, for me, it's not like I look to get very different things out of Mission Impossible than I do from Fast and the Furious. Like, I'll believe, even though I don't think the magic was there for Hobbs and Shaw the same way that it was for Fast and Furious. It was okay, but the magic wasn't there the same way it is for Fast and Furious. Mission Impossible, I look for it to be a little smarter. Like, that's why I don't like the second Mission Impossible. I think it's just a bunch of slow motion shots in the John Woo style, and it's just not as clever as the other ones. Same thing with Bourne. Like, I want the Bourne movies. Like that's what I think.
Marshall Weeks donated $20. If you are putting Fast and Furious in space, you have to have Dwayne Johnson in a spacesuit pushing a nuclear missile that's headed to Earth out of the way.
This reminds me, by the way, this is the last day of the week. So if you're able to, the reason that the crew is able to come back is because of you guys. You guys have done this so generously over the course of the last couple of months. As you have heard already throughout the show, if you want to interrupt the show with a Schmobot, you can do it. Streamlabs.com/theschmodown. It is the end of the week, so if you're able to, please do it. We're going to be here, and then you don't necessarily have to just put in a Schmobot. If you want to put in any questions or anything you want to do.
One donated $20. They are going to drive the tricked out sports cars on the moon to stop a villain from using the moon as the Dr. Evil Death Star from Austin Powers movie.
I was saying they're going to recreate Armageddon, but like Vin Diesel is just going to like bicep flex an asteroid out of the way.
Thank you everyone for your birthday wishes yesterday. I have been feeling a little down lately and that really made my day. You guys are awesome.
You're awesome.
Thank you, James. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Very awesome. Thank you, James.
Would it lift your spirits to know that most films are going to be shooting in space because Earth will be uninhabitable soon? Or no, is that a mood lifter?
Have y'all been seeing that sky out there lately? I mean, good.
Yeah, yesterday it looked like I woke up in the morning yesterday and my daughter just like, what's that? And I look out and it looked like fucking Tatooine.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like it was like Krypton.
Yeah.
It was absolutely insane the way that the sky looked in general. And then RB3, did you see that video? I think Rex Chapman tweeted it out about how someone had put together all the footage from San Francisco and put it to the Blade Runner music.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really
good. No. Oh, yeah. I got to find that.
You got to find it,
I think I retweeted it, Mark. I think I retweeted it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really good, but it's also terrifying.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rex Chapman, too, he also, and I retweeted it because Riley, did you see the video of the ostrich? It's the best. Did you guys see this video?
Where is it? He's the best.
Lord.
My favorite caption too is just like, "Oh, in case you didn't meet a man jumping on an ostrich and trying to hold on in your there."
But my favorite part about it's the music that went along with it. But the best part is the guy's face when he knows that he's done it enough and he's got to go. He gets off and he's got this smirk on his face and he starts running and the ostrich like, "Get back here, you motherfucker!"
The ostrich
Quick
face.
donated $20.
Thank
Hey
you.
guys. Christian, did you hear Ben ranting and raving yesterday? The guy sounded like Pesci from Goodfellas with all the F-bombs. Do you
I know.
think his anger is real or a shtick?
I don't want to pick on Ben today, so I'm not going to answer that question.
Where's
Hey,
the
fuck you in the drive-through.
Rex tweets out a lot. He tweets
Yeah,
out
it
a
was
lot.
just go to the media side of it. I also quote tweeted it yesterday.
Okay.
but
Yours, 'cause
it's really, dude, it's really funny.
I've never seen an ostrich emote that
He
much
was-
in my
dude,
life.
the
It was just like, what the fuck, dude?
The ostrich was pissed off, and like and it was one of those things where, like, I'm like eating my breakfast, like get off my back. And then when the guy runs and the ostrich is like, no, like, because most animals would just say, all right, I'm gonna go away now. This ostrich.
Oh my
you see
god!
it?
Like the fact that the ostrich is a full 180, like looks at him like, where the fuck are you going?
Listen to the music, Ben.
No. Here,
Listen to it with the music. It's the best. You got to listen to it with the music. Yeah. It's the best. The music is so good, and then because it's the ostrich. He's just like, "Well, you think you did that for a joke?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite your neck."
Donated $20. In Fast 10, Dom and the crew will have their rides blessed by the Pope crash through the gates of Hell to steal back the real Mona Lisa stolen by Satan's more evil cousin Brian.
That sounds like a good plot.
I'm not mad at that, actually.
Sounds like a Fast and Furious to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone asked if that video's on YouTube. I don't know. It's on Twitter though. I mean, I quote tweeted it, and then Rex Chapman tweeted it out like either yesterday or the day before. But it was 2 days ago because I showed my 2-year-old and my 8-year-old, and they were losing their minds. And my wife's like, I don't get it.
Joey donated $20. Fast and Furious to Infinity and Beyond. Plot is to steal Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster for race wars because Hess gotta make some money off his bunnies.
I could see Elon being in a Fast and Furious movie too. I could see him doing it.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's Fast and the Furious. It is going to space, and I am all for it. It's going to come out until next year, so everybody who's bitching about it's going to forget about it until it comes out, and then.
But again, like, what are you bitching about? Like, it's Fast and Furious. Like,
what are you bitching about? That should be a shirt.
Yeah, what are you bitching about?
Everybody, I mean, it's still. I just don't understand social media anymore. I don't. Everybody has something to say about everything. I was looking at it today, and I'm just like, because forget it. Just forget it. Forget it. What's next in the news?
I really think someone over at Dark Horizons is having fun during this quarantine, because yesterday it said RoboCop prequel focuses on Dick, and then today it says Weaver swims with balls for Avatar
Josh
2.
Barnett donated $20. This is just an early celebration for the boss getting his belt back. The best match of all time gets a rematch less than a year later. Let's go, Ben.
We're gonna definitely talk about that in a little bit, because that is a big, massive match that I am so excited for. And if you didn't know, it's tonight, Bateman versus Merle 2. And it is going to be, you can get it either the schmodownlive.com if you're not a $10 patron. But if you are a $10 patron, then you can go and you'll see it tonight. So it's going to be, we're very excited for it. We're very excited. Okay, so you were talking about someone playing with balls.
It's just, we're getting just more and more set photos
Trump
from Avatar 2.
donated $20.
Oh.
Fast and Furious in space. Yes, space is good. So good. I made Space Force. The best force. Unlike Star Wars. Bad force. The worst force ever. I know all the aliens. The best aliens. Send on TikTok. TikTok bad. China owns it. And it hurts my feelings. Boo.
I have, like, you guys know I don't get political on this show, but I have to say I have never seen someone slap around someone else the way that the Lincoln Project does. I mean, dude, these are people that were on his side, and they're just like I knew nothing about them really, and I started paying attention to them recently. And when I was watching, I watched their. To me, I've told you many times, and again, I'm not going to we'll move off the politics side, but to me, like, I think Fox News and CNN are jokes. I think they all have one-sided opinions, and they're not coming from a place of anything except, like, both. This is from both sides. You see it on Fox News and you see it on CNN all the time. This thing. So here's the thing, and this is why this person's bad. Okay.
Yeah.
And they lean into the camera and they stare. It's like, tell me the fucking news. It's like, you're not performing in summer stock. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, and it happens on CNN all the time. You're just like, there's big things in the way. You should be looking at it this way. Am I right? Tell me the fucking news. What's going on in the world?
No, you're not getting news on.
No, both those, all of it. The MSNBC, the Fox, they stink. But I was watching, the Lincoln Project did this podcast, this live podcast yesterday on their Instagram or Twitter, whatever it was, and these guys don't give a fuck. You got to listen to these guys.
Look at their ads.
These are people that worked in the Bush administration, and we're talking like working in the White House and things that they had done, and listening. And they're cursing, and they're not holding back punches. They're not trying to appease anybody except who they're talking to. I was like, okay, all right. So far, I'm listening. I'm listening because these guys, to me. Anyway, I was just watching, and I just have never seen people who just are just going on dick slapping somebody. It is dick slapping this guy all over the place. All right, let's move on. I apologize for bringing up politics, but it just when I saw this and I listened to it, I was like, it's just refreshing because I can't find news anywhere. I can't find like actual discussion of people who don't give a fuck. And I'm telling you, every time I turn on, I want to call out this particular anchor, but every time, you know what? I'm going to give him a shot today. And then he goes in, he's like this. Cut it out! The fucking news. You know what I'm talking about, RB?
I know exactly what you're talking about, too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's so stupid. It's like it's just dead air dramatic bullshit. But it's like you're not. What do you think? Who do you think you're doing? Dramatic pause. Dope.
And they be running. They be going off. They do the dramatic pauses off the tweets too. They be like, Trump tweeted this today.
Yeah, but it's but you don't. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing where like everything they're doing everything that Fox News.
Marco donated $20. Happy Friday, guys. Looking forward to Bateman Moral 2. Christian, did you ever finish Happy?
I didn't yet. No, I didn't. I've been watching rewatching Cobra Kai. I will watch, and because like I said, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. I know it's gone after season 2, but I will watch it. All right, let's get to someone's playing with slappy balls.
Sigourney Weaver is set to return in the sequel to the 2009 film, but she's playing a different character because her character, spoiler alert, died in the first one. It's going to feature a lot of underwater scenes, and there's more set photos. So again, like the more we get into it, seems like things are slowly starting to film again. So what are you guys looking for Avatar 2? Like, what do you guys want to see? Like a different world on Pandora? Go ahead, Brett.
I want to see a different photo than people in this pool of balls with their thumbs up. That's what I want to see. This one was like Kate Winslet, where it was like 4 people in balls, and then this one was Sigourney Weaver in the balls. Like, so these, I go, oh, cool, Avatar pictures. Oh, it's somebody in the pool of balls again. Yeah. So maybe that's what I was.
The second lot to see there.
The second one is called Avatar Pool of Balls.
Yeah, that's the subtitle. So, suck it, Brett.
Oh shit! I missed that part of it.
Read the article.
Next summer, find James Cameron's epic conclusion: Avatar Pool of Balls.
Oh my god!
Oh man, I'm down. I'm actually excited for Pool of Balls. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. I feel, and I think that what they're gonna do is it's gonna do exactly what James Cameron does every time. Nobody wants to see this shit. Nobody's gonna watch this shit. Nobody's gonna see it, and it's gonna break the fucking Endgame record.
Yeah,
it's just what he does, man.
I feel like if I was one of these actors, like in normal times, I'd go to like a Chuck E. Cheese and get in the ball pit with like the full CGI thing.
Yeah.
Just act like you're posing on the
photos from Avatar 2.
Ben Goddard in Avatar 2 Pool of Balls.
I had to keep it secret, guys. Big casting news.
Last time it was big flying purple dragons. This time it's balls. Everywhere. Balls, blue balls, green balls. What kind of balls? If he keeps disregarding all these dates, it'll definitely be blue balls. Let's keep going. What is, once again, guys, streamlabs.com/the Schmoedout. And if we can turn the Schmoedout off just for a moment, if we can, because I do want to let you guys know about Postmates. Postmates is the best. I've been using Postmates for a while. And if you are like me, you probably start thinking about what to eat for dinner when you're eating lunch. And I love food. That's why I love using Postmates. And we're glad to have them back. I love them right now more than anything because you can get food delivered without leaving the house. You don't have to open the door. And, with everything going on in the world, and you don't want people to people wearing what they're doing. You say there's no contact deliveries. So now when I order from local restaurants, everything gets left right outside my door, and my wife loves that. So that's our favorite thing. They also have Postmates Pickup, though, which I have been using to order takeout from my favorite local restaurants. We go to the, we do it for, there's a sushi place that I'm pretty excited about that we've been doing this for. And you guys need to be supporting all the neighborhood spots right now. And this is what we do for this place. It's like 10 minutes away, and it's local. So if you can support local, you should do it that way. And it's a good way to support the community. And it doesn't just deliver burgers and just sushi. They actually make life a lot easier by picking up everything you need from either Walgreens or 7-Eleven. They drop it, again, right outside your door. So download Postmates on iOS or Android. Find your favorites and get anything you want delivered within the hour. So this is the big thing. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credits for your first 7 days. to start your free deliveries, you got to download the app and use the code SENLIVE. $100? Come on, you kidding me? That's code SENLIVE for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. It's anything you need, anytime you need it, you got to Postmate it. Postmates is the best. You got to do it.
Especially that, like that delivery is the expensive part. So $100 off delivery, guys, use that code for sure.
Yeah, and people are. I'm reading in the chat room right now. I said I'm using this tonight. You should use it immediately.
Yeah,
use it because it's limited time, and like we said, it's $100 off. So it's in the description of the video. Also, you can see it. Sign up for Postmates with the code SENLIVE to receive $100 in free delivery credit. Do it.
You get a pool of balls delivered to you, dude.
Avatar 2 pool of balls sponsored by Postmates. Okay.
In the middle, Sam Worthington's like, "Oh my gosh, like we need to get this done, but we can't go anywhere. Let's use Postmates.
Postmates
on Pandora,
sponsored by Pool of Balls." Let's get the next story in here, and the Schmobot is back on once again, guys. Streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. It's 10:30. Bombard us. It's the last day of the week, and we are heading into this big pay-per-view tonight. So let us have it. Schmobot away. We are ready for you. And let's get to the next story.
We've gotten the Snyder cut. People have talked about the Suicide Squad cut, the David Ayer cut.
Rocky IV?
Right, we're getting the Rocky IV cut. We even talked about, I can't think of his name, Joel Schumacher Batman Forever cut. Yes. But now we're possibly getting the McG Terminator Salvation cut. Quote, "It's interesting because I feel like we did so much right with Terminator, but ultimately got just enough wrong that we got beat up a little bit by the fan base. Really, really broke my heart. And now, strangely, I think the film has started to age better. There is a different cut. I have my own cut of the film, and there's people online that talk about wanting to see that cut. And then that's interesting. But I think I got a lot of things right with that," end quote. So, Terminator Salvation came and went. Would you want to see a McG director's cut of Terminator Salvation?
I don't. And look, the thing with McG is, and I said this before. Riley, were you in the studio when he came in that day at Collider Live?
Yes. Yeah. I was there.
It's a great interview. He was a great guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy. I remember that the reason Riley and I actually got to see a very early cut of that film because McG, when I was working at Warner Brothers, McG and I struck up a conversation. He said, "Hey, do you want to see an early cut of the movie?" And I was like, "I love that." So he's like, "Yeah, you and a guest can go check it out on the lot. I'm screening it." And Riley came with me, and I didn't like the movie. I didn't like the movie back then. I don't like it now. And I think this is the problem with all the director's cut now because people want to see this. I don't think anybody wants to see this. I don't think that there's anything that you can do with this movie that's going to help the story at all, unless there were like a lot of alternate endings and a lot of different things that they were going to do, and I cannot stand why, for some reason, this franchise has abandoned Brad Fiddel's score. It was I know, man. It drives me crazy. The first two movies are the only movies that use his score. Then you get a bit of it the same way that you kind of sprinkled in Captain America's theme a little bit in one of the movies when Silvestri wasn't coming back for a little bit. And it's like, just pay Fidel or whatever it is, just pay and have that. It's so important. And
there's like 4 notes in the not the trailer, but in the titles. It's usually the title, Terminator. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it's
that's all they use it for.
That's all they use it for because they ain't paying that much for those little jingles. So yeah, pay more.
There are two people in the world that watch movies, and it's people who understand how impactful music is and how much of a difference it makes, and there's other people who go, I don't really notice it. They can do whatever, and they could not be more wrong. It doesn't mean that you have to notice it, but I can't even tell you how many countless conversations I have with people. Music, it's fine. You could probably use a different one, very similar, and have the same impact. No, you can't.
No,
it is so.
Do that. Change the music, take it out, put something different in. I guarantee you, if you take your favorite movie, they're saying they don't know music or they don't listen to it, it's not there. Pull that music out and put a different composer's music in. They'll go, what the hell? What happened?
Yeah,
Jump right out and notice it.
So. Yeah, go ahead, Arbiter.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, listen, I hate this precedent of like a director's cut for everything. I do. The Snyder cut's a very different thing. Like, there's a very specific circumstances that kind of led to that situation. But beyond that, like I said it before when David Ayer was talking about a director's cut, which would literally be the third cut of Suicide Squad, by the way. And no movie deserves 3 cuts less than Suicide Squad. And on top of that, I don't know. Rocky IV, I mean, that's a classic. But the thing with Terminator Salvation is, like, what would be the purpose? Nobody cares about this movie now. Everybody kind of laughs at this movie. When he says it ages well, no, it didn't age well. It's just the other subsequent Terminator movies were worse.
Joey $20. No. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Yes.
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's
No?
a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise he subscribed to First Cut.
True.
So you're telling me that Darth Plagueis knew how to cheat death and didn't tell anyone?
That's good. Okay. Good.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Or at 8 o'clock.
Oh, in the nose! It's dramatic nonsense. Guys auditioning fucking Shakespeare every night.
Yeah, like it was a shame that Terminator Salvation didn't pan out because, like, you know, it was the first time we actually got to see the war. You know, we got like those flash forwards a little bit in the first 2 movies, but we never got to see the war. And especially after Rise of the Machines ended, it was like, oh, it was always inevitable, so we're always going to get it. And it was a really good cast. And it sucks that
It just wasn't delivered very well. And now, you know, you bring up like the Rocky IV thing, though. Like RB3 said, there's a difference because you look at the reason. Besides being a massive Rocky fan, by the way, I defend my Rocky championship against John Roca. Patreon exclusive. As a Patreon exclusive, that will be coming out at the end of this month. So if you're not subscribed to the $10 tier, you won't see it. But if you are, you will. There you go. But when it comes to Rocky IV,
Marshall Weeks donated $20. I love Terminator Salvation. Like Bale as John Connor. It's where I wanted the franchise to go. I want to see the war between humans and machines. I would love to see a director's cut of Salvation. Also, Mission Impossible 2 is the best in the franchise.
Oh, now you trolling. You trolling. That was a troll.
You're crazy. Oh, good for you.
I found out today. I always thought that was on Batman. I didn't know that was from that.
That was
clip.
from this.
That was from
I didn't know
Terminator
that.
yeah,
I assumed it was a Batman thing.
Yeah.
I learned something new today.
It's such a great. It's such.
Oh my God, Brett had his
Out of the old pop
early.
culture noggin.
He did, absolutely. But the Rocky IV thing, have you guys been paying attention to his Instagram at all, Stallone?
Every bit of it. I follow it all the time.
I just like his latest post.
Brett, I gotta tell you what, I gotta give you more. I'm gonna give you more days off if you're gonna come back and do this. This is great.
Torax donated $20. Side note, Kristian and Reilly, every time I see Filoni, I see Ken the Pit Boss as an outlaw impersonation. Is it just me? Ben and RB3 love ya. Brett, keep the mohawk. Winston, Kate, Roxy, Roca. Love you all. Quick note, I made Roca 4th.
I appreciate that. Again, thank you for all the wonderful donations so far. It's 10:40. If you're able to do it, the Schmodown is streamlabs.com/the Schmodown. Keep them coming. Keep throwing in your jokes, whatever you want to do, and we will keep on listening to that crazy Schmobot. But no, the Stallone has been posting scenes that have been left out or scenes that he's putting in, things that he's changing. There was this thing that I remember from Rocky IV. They show it like very briefly where he's having a conversation with the boxing commission about defending the title against Drago, and it's so brief. And it's like, where's it going to take place? In Russia. And it's also and then there's like a newspaper clip of him saying that they strip him of the title and all this, and it was never this big scene. He's putting the entire scene of the conversation with the boxing commission and Rocky having the conversation. You guys think I could win? That was all about, right? And it's like this whole other conversation that he's having. Plus, the fight looks even more brutal. It's because Stallone's instincts as a director have changed dramatically from 1985 until now, right? So I want to see what 75-year-old Stallone, how he edits this as opposed to whatever it was, 40-something-year-old Stallone was doing it. So I encourage that one, and it is a lot because I'm a Rocky fan. Plus the fact I enjoy Rocky 4 for what it is. It's a box of sugar cereal. And it's a music. It's a music video, the entire movie, and then at the end there's a great fight, and that's what I like about it. It's cheesy 80s for the majority of it, and then once you get to the fight, it's great. But even he showed a clip that he did with how he's going to re-edit the Drago and Apollo scene. He's making this more like Creed style, it seems like. So that's why the robot doesn't fit, everybody. Because he's going, when you look at what's happening inside of this whole thing, he's going to try to turn this thing into like a Creed type movie. I'm excited for this movie. So
I Rocky 4 has got to be the one Rocky movie I've seen the most.
Yeah,
that like just over and over again. So
I'm
if you're making it a little more, gritty and realistic, because that movie was not very realistic.
No, it's dude. He beats a guy in Russia, and then Russia starts chanting for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The only time you're going to see Russia chanting for anybody is going to be during the election this year. That's about it.
Yeah. At the end of that movie, I thought the Cold War was over. I told my parents, I'm like, "Don't worry, Rocky fixed it." Yeah,
so on SEN today, host Kristian Harloff made a say. He said at first he wasn't going to talk about politics. Yet afterwards, he did. So is this not talking about politics?
You be the judge.
We'll have to find out later. Stupid. Tell me the news. All right.
We got some Scream 5 casting updates.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Nev Campbell is set to return.
All right, everybody, calm the fuck
Go
down.
ahead. Go ahead. No, this is serious business.
Nevin's doing it to me like I'm like really offended.
Seriously, Scream 5. Come on,
You
everybody
want the
keep a
news?
straight
Here's
face.
the fucking news.
Everybody keep a straight face during the Scream 5.
Shut the fuck up, Brett. David Arquette, Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Jack Quaid, Dylan Minette, Mason Gooding, Kyle Gallner, Jasmine Savoy, along with others, are set to either return or co-star in the brand new horror movie. And it's penned by James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick. And it doesn't say who's helming it. I didn't see it. Oh, no, Matt Bettinelli Open and Tyler Gillette.
All right, now listen. I don't speak for anybody here except for myself. I don't know who any of these people are, and I don't care about this movie. Anybody else?
That's fair.
It's a hot take.
Jack Quaid is the main guy from.
Jack Quaid is from
The Boys.
The Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay. No,
Wait, you don't care about Nev Campbell and Courtney Cox and David?
I just don't care about Scream anymore. I love Scream.
I get it.
One, I thought 2 was okay. Everybody talks about how much they loved the 4th one. My favorite part of the 4th one was when some guy ripped a fart in the middle of the theater when I was there, and it made me laugh. That was the best part about that whole entire thing. And I'm 3 years old. I understand that, and I accept it. But when it comes to that movie, I just don't care.
I am not shocked to hear this at all.
Yeah.
The person who has not seen the thing. So I mean, you're not a big horror guy. You're not and I get it. And this one is.
Neither are you.
I'm excited.
Sandlot.
What's that Sandlot? Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna pull that old fucking dusty artifact out of there and throw that my way. Jesus Christ! Including the fact that I won that match. Anyways. The guys that did Ready or Not, I believe it's like 2 of the 3 from Radio Silence. That might be the thing that just puts some action into Scream. And I love the idea. And you can put up this cast list now. Place your bets. Who's the killer? That's the fun thing about Scream.
Yeah.
But I'm a horror guy. So
look, most people are going to be excited about this movie. Like I said, I just think it's the same old thing, and maybe they come up with a new spin. And I hope I never go into a movie going, "You're not going to change my opinion no matter what." I have hopefully proven that I can come out of it going, "You know what? It was a lot better than I thought." But I don't have high hopes. Do you give a shit about this movie?
I'm sorry, what movie were we talking about?
Muted.
Uh-oh. My bad, y'all. They can hear you.
There you are.
Okay. What were we talking about?
Scream 5.
Oh, I'm super excited for Scream 5. I kind of like Scream 4.
RBC.
And I like, and actually, Scream is actually one of my favorite horror movies. The cast looks cool. I mean, I don't know, I don't know kind of what direction are they going to lean more into the comedic side, or are they going to go with the more horror side? And this, I think in today's age, maybe they might look at it and say they might want to stray more towards horror because, I guess the comedic side they kind of lean into in 2, 3, and 4, and haven't really had the most success. But I don't know what their plan is. I don't know what the goal is, but I'm excited to see it. I care a little bit, but I'm definitely not gonna rush out to see it. But
Yeah, that's the same way.
The big question for me is what the meta commentary is going to be from this movie. Scream 2 is all about sequelitis. Scream 4 was oh, this is what you do when you reboot a series, not like a soft reboot, not a sequel. So right. I'm wondering what meta aspect they're going to go for this movie from, and looking at this cast, it's keeping it a mystery, and I'm really excited. I'm not a huge Scream fan. The first Scream is great. The other sequels I can kind of take or leave.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this. But like RB3 said, if this was coming out today, I would definitely want it on VOD.
Yeah.
I feel the same.
And Reilly, you're not a huge. I mean, as a horror fan, this isn't on top of your list of horror franchises. I mean.
It is. This is really? One of them that's up there for me. Yeah, I actually
in that genre of goofy ones, right? I mean,
Scream 1 is a masterpiece in horror. It really is. 2 and 3 are fantastic. 2 is one of the best horror sequels ever.
The first one's really creepy though too. Yes, it was meta. There's no doubt about it. But the other ones just started to get so silly. The first
4 I'm not crazy about.
No, the first one was. I mean, that scene with Drew Barrymore up top of the music. It's terrifying, and all of it, the way that the whole film plays out was clever. First one's brilliant. First one is a brilliant film.
Absolutely. And I do want to shout out the directors of this movie, or the Ready or Not team.
Good, yeah.
Radio Silence. I don't know if y'all talked about while I was gone, but yeah, they got me excited because I love Ready or Not. And I think they have so much potential and so much talent. This is going to be the first Scream movie that we're going to see without Wes Craven, R.I.P. So maybe they take it in a slightly different direction. Maybe it's, I think Ready or Not was a good commentary on class and, society. So maybe that's what this Scream movie leans into.
Yeah. I think that's where they're going to mine. I think it's going to be the meta commentary is going to be the new directors, I would say. Taking over a franchise, putting in.
Tim Franco said in the chat that he might. They think that the meta thing might be killing Nev Campbell, Sydney right at the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be really fucking mad about that. I love that she survived all these.
Yeah, me too. All right, before we get into RB3, we can turn the Schmobot off just for a moment. We'll turn it back on. Also wanted to let you know, if you noticed last night, everybody, football is back, and DraftKings, the leader in one-day fantasy sports, is putting you in the center of this weekend's action with how much? Over $8 million up for grabs across all of their contests. To kick off the season, DraftKings is giving new users a free shot at $1 million top prize with your first deposit when you use the code SENLIVE during the sign-up. Get in on the action now. You draft your lineup now, and you feel the sweat like never before. Every run, pass, and catch means more with the DraftKings lineup. Simple. You pick the lineup, stay under the salary cap, and see how your team stacked up against the competition. Nothing adds to the sweat of watching the game quite like having a shot at $1 million top prize. DraftKings, it's paid out billions of dollars to winners since 2012, so they know a thing or two about cold, hard cash. You got to download the DraftKings app now, and you use the code SENLIVE. For a limited time, new users can get a free shot at the $1 million top prize and compete for over $8 million in prizes across all contests. Don't miss the extra special Week 1 bonus. Again, enter the code SENLIVE to get a free shot at the $1 million top prize with your first deposit. One more time, SENLIVE at DraftKings. Make it rain, baby. $5 deposit required, everybody. Eligibility restrictions apply, and you got to see DraftKings.com for details. But link in the description. do it, and we've got to get DraftKings super excited by all the people that sign up, so eventually we can start getting the schmodown in there so people can start betting on the schmo. All right, there's some more news. Yeah, Ben? We turn the schmo back on.
We got some Mulan news, because Mulan's been surrounded by a little bit of controversy lately, and that might be one of the big reasons why it's not doing too well at the box office. Disney just released Mulan on VOD, and it's causing headaches for its filming locations. While the majority of the movie was shot in New Zealand, portions of it, around 20 locations, were shot in China's northwestern Xinjiang region to show off some of the unique landscapes. In the film's credit, the production gives special thanks to these 8 different Chinese government organizations in the region. Unfortunately, it's a region where reportedly an estimated 1 million members of mostly Muslim, I apologize if I mispronounce this, Uyghur ethnic minority have been forcibly placed in internment camps in order to assimilate them with China's majority Han population. Forced sterilization, torture, and inhumane treatment are reportedly taking place with some of Disney's thanked organizations allegedly to be directly involved. Who dropped the ball in this of not doing the proper research over at Disney? That's my question.
Somebody who's probably not working there anymore. But look, you guys can dive deep into this if you choose to. My particular thing on it is that this movie in general just seems to be plagued with not great stuff. A lot of things from the reviews that it's got mixed reviews. Some people really like it. I think people who never really saw the animated film or weren't attached to the animated film like this movie. It seems like people who really loved the animated film don't like this movie at all. I don't know if Ben. I feel that's the category you fall under. Am I right about that?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it, but I mean, judging, and this is like I've seen so many videos of like how they didn't properly respect like Chinese culture, like all the things they missed with that, like so there's just so many things that are just stacking up against the movie, along with it like not being that great of a movie, like just overall. So you're right, like this movie just cannot catch a break in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, wasn't it? I think it was kind of destined for some disappointment. I think they knew it. I think that's one of the reasons they put it on. They put it on Disney Plus too. I think that they braced themselves for a loss. Arby, you going to say something?
Well, I mean, even on top of the controversy that's happening here, which is very geopolitical, kind of difficult for a lot of people to understand. I don't think that's necessarily the blame, but I think when we talk about who made the
Sutherland donated $20. You can't make fun of people who stare into the screen. What if they want to just connect with the audience and really show how serious the news can get? You can't just make fun of people who are trying hard at their work. I'm so offended.
I know. You can't just make fun of people who stare. Go ahead, Arby.
But yeah, I mean, there's controversy with the lead actress, with her, stance with the Hong Kong police, and then there's so many controversies around it. The thing is, like, this movie, when we talk about like who could have made these, mistakes, you think about this movie Mulan, a huge Chinese story, Asian lead and all that. It's directed by a New Zealand director. Costume designers were either New Zealand or white or whatever, but they did a lot to not represent in the behind the scenes crew the Asian and the Chinese culture and representation. So I think if they would have had a crew that would have been more careful and more particular and more from the region that could understand these geopolitical issues, it probably would have been avoidable. But again, it feels like these Disney live action movies, they don't really care about making it culturally relevant or anything like that. They care about how can we make our old Disney animated films, repurpose them to make money, and also fit into like our modern American Disney brand instead of understanding what they mean culturally and around the world. So
I think that you're right about that, but I also think that there are times the ones that really miss are the one like so. Here's when you go into. I'm not talking about what you think about the movie itself when it comes to Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book, and Cinderella. Those are the ones that we can all agree were the most successful and crushed. Right?
Yeah. Crushed.
They were the ones that were the most like the movies that
Aladdin did too. Aladdin
did too. Great point. So Aladdin is another one that crushed. They all were very similar to, and when it comes to the Lion King, it was exactly the same, and that one made the most out of all of them. right? So when it comes to, and I'm not saying whether this is right or wrong, but it seems to be right as far as the business aspect of it goes, right? Not going off of what RB3 says, because I happen to agree with them, but what I'm saying as far as the business side of it, when you go far off and start doing stuff that the people who loved the original movies aren't going to latch on, you're losing that core base right there. You're looking at Dumbo. You're looking at, you got lucky with the first Alice in Wonderland, so I won't put that in there. You got lucky with Maleficent the first time, right? But Maleficent 2, no, that stunk up the joint. Alice in Wonderland 2 stunk up the joint. And then this one's starting to stink up the joint. So when they're these, I'm not telling you that there can't be movies that do their own thing, because I think the difference between...
Somebody donated $20.
Thank you.
Alice in Wonderland also made over $1 billion.
Yes, it did. Alice in Wonderland did make over $1 billion, and that was the one. I think that's that, and so did Maleficent, or made close. But those were the two anomalies. But I think after that, nobody wanted to see their sequels because they went completely off the grid. So I think, and that was before, I think, well, Alice in Wonderland was one of the first ones. And because Alice in Wonderland and Dumbo weren't even remakes, really. They were sequels of the original movies, which, some people go, oh, good, it's a continuation, but they just weren't both those movies. Dumbo, I thought, was terrible.
Oh, Dumbo was rough.
Terrible.
It was bad.
It was rough.
So anyway, so I just think that there's ways to do it, and I think with Mulan, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't really have a judgment on whether it's good or bad, because I haven't seen the movie yet. And I got the screener for it. I didn't want to watch it on my computer, so I was like, you know what? I want to watch it with my daughter. I'll just wait until I bet you they put it on Disney Plus earlier than what they were going to, though. They were supposed.
You think so? Think it comes before December 4th?
Maybe. I mean, maybe now that they're committed to it, maybe not. But it's like when you have it out there and people aren't. If people are rushing to buy it and keep looking at it and paying for it, and I think that it's going to decline. I think the money's going to decline.
And honestly, like with everything, Kristian, I think they might keep this just so like it fades away from the headlines with all this trouble, and then they'll just be like, oh yeah, December 4th, it's on there. Like there's not going to be any like big release date. Like Mulan's finally on. It's just going to be like, oh okay, it's there.
Well, I think that you still have an opportunity though. You should still promote it when it comes out, because you still have the opportunity to say, okay, you don't have to pay $30 anymore, but if you join up, you get it. And so you might, even if you grab 100 people from that, it's still what, $10 a month for or $7 a month?
I think it's $7. Yeah, it's great.
Whatever it might be. So anyway, all right. Anything else going on in the news?
A quick one because we're all Mandalorian fans, because the new Thor movie is going to be using stagecraft.
Yes.
In the wake of both shows with filming and COVID-19 pandemic, demand for those virtual soundstage dubbed The Volume, that's intense, has skyrocketed overnight, and many studios are racing quickly to adapt and build them with the help of Industrial Light and Magic, ILM. A second permanent volume is being constructed at Manhattan Beach Studios. In a press release from ILM, they say new stages to fix the wall-to-ceiling transition issues and boast many more panels. Quote, by every measure, the new stages are vast improvements over the original groundbreaking LED volume developed for the first season of Hey Mando in 2018. Physically, the new stages are larger, utilizing substantially more LED panels than ILM's original stage, and is also offering both higher resolution and smooth wall-to-ceiling transition. This directly results in better lighting on set, as well as many more in-camera finals. End quote. I never thought I'd be more excited for behind-the-scenes stuff than this. Like, that sounds amazing.
It just shows that Taika Waititi right now is like the biggest rock star that is working in film right now, because he's a comedic actor. He is a great director. People, I mean, I'm telling you, I remember we were at, I forget which premiere it was, but he shows up and they popped him up on the screen, and it was like Mick Jagger walked into the place. Like, people lost their minds for this guy. And the reason I bring that up is because he has this thing about him where he listens and he pays attention to things and he does things. So, when he was on the set working on Mandalorian, directing, acting, he's paying attention, because you looked in that gallery series, he was taken aback by this technology. He loved this technology. And you know he was asking Favreau for notes and talking about it and paying attention to it and saying, shit, man, I want to shoot Thor like this. And that's exactly what happened. I love it. Riley, what do you think about all this?
Well, I love it. And to go off your point, he's shooting, Thor. He's loving all this. He learned all the technology in Mandalorian. I bet he turns right around and then goes and shoots a Star Wars movie right after Thor.
Right, because he's supposed to do that. That's right.
He's doing a Star Wars movie, so it's all right there now.
I hate to keep being this guy, but I would much rather him just do what Deborah Chow is doing and just direct a full series. Because
I want a movie.
You're a purist, and I respect that. But I've been so you compare the 3 movies that just came out over the last, or 5 movies that just came out, and you put that against Mandalorian. I would scrap all of those movies, and I would take Mandalorian.
Wow, I mean, I could have that conversation for sure and go the other way. But I know where you're coming from,
Riley. After all of this shit that has come out about the way. Really? The way that Boyega...
I stand by. Rogue One and Last Jedi and Force Awakens are some of my favorite Star Wars movies.
All that stuff to me. Really? Okay.
Yeah. That noise, I'll tell you what, I'm so fucking tired of that noise.
I get it. But
it's I'm going to go enjoy my Star Wars movies, and everybody can go, shut up.
It's just one of those things where I respect that. I do. I respect it.
It's just like...
I just think that for me, movies, it's so crammed. It is so crammed. You could never have done this back in the 70s and 80s. You could have never done this because of network television. And network television throws in commercials, and you're never getting that feel. The feel of what you're getting now with television. I am so like if you tell me you only have one of these two, an 8-hour, because it is, by the way, it looks like it's confirmed that Ewan McGregor said that Obi-Wan's only going to be one season.
Yeah, one season.
Great. I'm cool with that. If it's 10 episodes, 8 episodes, it's about an 8-hour movie.
Yeah,
I'll take an 8-hour movie over a crunched up, thrown together 2.5-hour movie where they don't even know a plan with what they're doing. No, thank you, because that's just going to get me more upset, as opposed to, okay, we got this director who just crushed it on Mandalorian in 2 or 3 different episodes. They're actually going to have a plan, and it's going to be mapped out, and I can watch it at the comfort of my own home without some guy shitting on himself next to me and have to worry about it. So
I've had the worst theatrical experiences, my friend.
Yeah.
Sitting next to somebody
shitting himself.
No, but I agree with you on all points, because and especially Obi-Wan, right? Because we know that you can't do a number of seasons, because we know exactly where he is, including with Rebels, where he ultimately gets to Darth Maul. So that I agree with. But when you talk about a pure movie-going experience, the planning behind it and all that, that's old news now. They are Taika Waititi, and it's showing with Thor that all this technology that he's loving and everything, he's turning around. He's going to do it on Thor. I bet he turns around and does it with his movie, and that we can get a movie now that's completely disconnected from the saga. We've moved on, hopefully, fans. We've moved on, and we get a pure, fun Star Wars movie that doesn't have to be, 8 hours, 10 episodes of deep dive character work. We get a bold adventure. Go back to the serials that were inspired by George Lucas, all these things, and have fun.
You know how you could kind of come to like a peace agreement between the two of us here, Riley, and the way that you could do this. I think a way that you could do both things and scratch both backs is make a brand new series, a brand new series with brand new characters, whether it's Old Republic or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Plan it out.
Yep.
And coordinate it. And release a movie that ties into the storyline of that season.
100% agree with you.
And then if you know that season 1 is debuting in 2024, plan the movie out to come out to continue the story in 2025 or 2026, and then have season 2 come out right afterwards, and it's continuing the story and furthering and developing the characters. Then I'm going, this is everything that I want, because now it's continued in. It's not just bunched together, and I know that there's a full vision to it. Then I would absolutely be on board.
Yes, and I think it's going there right now. And I think you were like, let's look at all the pieces that are falling into place for this Taika Waititi story.
Obi-Wan Sandy Balls donated $20. Hey, Obi-Wan, here the show is apparently only between 46 episodes. Just saying hello there.
4 to 6.
Hello
but
there.
That's 4 to 6 episodes. Okay, fine. But you still got a 6
4
hour.
or 6 out. Well, I mean, are they going to go Mandalorian and go only 25-minute episodes?
I don't think so. If it's going to be 4 episodes,
Yeah,
if
we
4
can't.
episodes, you got to make it at least an hour. Maybe the final episode is an hour and a half. But I mean, because it looks like they're just going to expand that script was out there. What that was out there. And it's the same thing. Oh, there wasn't a script. Yes, there was.
There was a script.
Yeah, there was a full on script, and Vader was in it, and everything was it. It was a full on script. But it's changed up. Now I'm not saying that script hasn't been changed dramatically, and maybe they took a lot of those elements out, and maybe that's why it's getting pushed back. But 4 to 6 episodes, I'm cool. I would be cool with. I think 6 to me is what I want to see, because I'm just excited to see the whole story told by Deborah Chow. Like she's one of the best Star Wars directors we've ever seen.
So that's the point I was trying to make. With all the people on The Mandalorian and all the planning and everything in the news, there's more Favreau, Filoni talk, Taika Waititi now using this technology with Thor. I think that they're getting more of a plan going, and it is going to funnel through the series, and that it could go to the movie. And I think they will ultimately do what you're saying, Kristian, connect it to a series. It might be Taika. It might be Taika's movie, and we don't know.
That'd be cool. Maybe it's a Mandalorian movie.
Quick question. I don't know where you two get off having a really calm conversation about this without threatening each other's lives. If you disagree about Star Wars, you should be calling each other shitheads and dumbasses and not just calmly talking about it.
You haven't seen my tweet.
People don't like calm conversations. People don't like it. Reilly got very upset with me in the beginning there. He didn't like that I sided his opinions. You can't side people. They're very upset.
Kristian, no. People don't like calm conversations. People don't like calm conversations.
People don't like calm conversations. Wait a minute. You're telling me on SEN this morning they had a calm conversation with Star Wars. People are arguing and they're having calm conversations?
Yeah. I take umbrage with that. I don't know what that means.
Umbrage.
That's a good word. I've used it wrong probably a bunch.
I feel umbrage with that.
Yes.
I can only think of the Harry Potter character when I hear Umbridge now.
I take umbrage with that fact. There's a lot of ways you could use it in this heated, horrible conversation on Star Wars.
If I had my druthers, you two would be fisticuffs right now.
All right. The other thing I wanted to tell you.
I did want to say one thing before we leave the technology conversation. We said something? Okay. I did want to say, I do love the fact that this technology is becoming more mainstream. I think this is the perfect way of like social distance productions, stuff like that. And I think I hope to see more studios implement this. I would love to see an entire studio like lot that kind of is devoted to having this kind of volume kind of technology thing or whatever, because I think it would be super fascinating. But I think, again, we're talking about Star Wars, but people also got to remember Kathleen Kennedy was also instrumental in putting together that stagecraft technology with the volume and everything with ILM. She's one of the heads of ILM. So
that's right. That's when it comes, and that's what a good producer does.
No, she ruined my childhood.
Hey, but that's the thing that people don't know how to separate production and creative. And I'll stand by it. And I stand by the fact that like when people go, "Oh, should she lose her job?" No, they need to just restructure what she's doing. She's doing too much. She like you said, she puts together those teams. She executes for those teams. They want certain things to make the production better, and that's what she does. It's you should use that director to make sure you do that and create maybe it's too inside baseball. Get out of there. Don't do that. Do the other stuff, because the other stuff you're a great producer. And you don't have to love Star Wars to be the great producer of it, but you gotta love Star Wars if you're gonna start making creative choices about it.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Yeah, she's good with the producing. I've said it numerous times. I feel like her handle on the mythology of Star Wars.
She doesn't. We don't need her. She doesn't.
And I don't need somebody that has that.
You love it like I do. Come on, but but you can't pretend that you do. You can't pretend. That's not. We don't need you to do that. We don't need you to do that. You can still do a great job as a producer. I do want to let you guys know that the great David B. not only did he come with a bunch of different songs, and a lot of those songs for the Schmodown in general, they're available. You go to skybound.com, go to the merch shop, and you can find all of the soundtracks and the merch there. But he just came up with a new one. This is the official theme song for One on One.
Oh.
That's the official theme song for One on One. That happened today. I just put the link in the description again for Apple Podcasts. And please, I ask you guys, if you get laughs out of this show, if you are a fan of this network and things that we've done to you in the past, my favorite thing in the world is interviewing people and talking to people and getting like real conversations out of people. And I want you guys to be on board for that. So if you can, please open up that link that I just put in the description right now. Rate it. Leave a review. It'll shoot up into the Apple Podcast. More people will find it. And there's going to be so many guests on there. I have a guest booked already that you guys are going to lose your minds about. I can't say it yet because I don't want to jinx it, but this particular guest is someone I've wanted to interview for a very long time. I recently just got the opportunity, and she said yes. So I am just waiting to book it, and once I do, then that will be a massive, massive one that I am excited for. But you guys need to subscribe. It is going to be on YouTube. It will be on YouTube today. The Sholo interview will be up at 4 p.m. today on this channel, but it is for that show and for Dan Murrell's show. If you want those shows to stay on the air, the difference between like this show and the Inner Geekdom show, that's all, like we've said, that's all about how generous you guys have been with Streamlabs and Super Chats, and that keeps those shows on the air. The live shows, that's what keeps it going. The pre-tape shows and the shows that are going to really, they're going to rely on the podcast side of it. So if you want to keep the Dan Murrell show on the air, you want to keep one-on-one on the air, then really the main thing to do is subscribe to those podcast feeds and rate those podcast feeds. And
Shit myself donated $20.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kristian. It was only once, and I didn't realize that was you sitting next to me in the theater.
Okay. It's fair. These hot dogs really get you, though. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So, all right. One more time, I'm posting the link in the description, and it is also in the chat. So, please head on over there and subscribe to that right now if you can. All right. I think we're all done with news stories. Yeah.
Real quick, Wonder Woman is officially delayed until Christmas Day.
And will it stay there?
Yeah, exactly. So Dune is going to be delayed now because they're not. Warner Brothers isn't going to have their two big movies go against each other. So
why would you want to take away Dune's chances? It's already up against the wall with people.
So Dune is in 2021 now sometime, and then Wonder Woman's on Christmas Day.
They just released a trailer with the date.
What? Yeah, like Batman did that. That was the best part of Batman. It was just like coming, whatever Riddler marks or whatever. Like just do that. Just say coming soon. Just say coming soon. That's all you gotta say.
You just gotta keep moving it back. Because look, it didn't work out for Tenet. It didn't work out for Tenet.
That's got to be why. Like them seeing the VOD numbers and the drive-in numbers and stuff like that.
But everybody was saying that. It's like because you hear this buzz. Like it did okay. It didn't do great. Did okay and still going to work out. Obviously they were preparing for a loss because of not a lot of people going out there seeing. There's limited theaters to show it, but it's like people don't want to mess with that shit right now. There's still like even with the fact I was watching last night, the freaking vaccine coming out, and people are like, oh, the vaccine's going to come out. Are you going to try it? No. Until Fauci says it's okay. Until the Fauci comes out and says what he wants to do. The Fauci.
Come on,
it's
Fauci,
too bad
give
that
it to us straight. Is this vaccine gonna fucking work?
Adam donated $20.
Oh, this.
The thing about one-on-one is that it's an even matchup.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
And has interviewing one person, kind of like the match tonight, which will have one winner, and they'll be number one, and will also be between one person and another, and could come down to 1 point.
Make a good point. Hey, Fauci, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Hey, so Fauci, if you're telling me that this thing you're going to put in my arm, right, you're going to fix me up, I'm not going to cough anymore, then I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
But until then, you don't tell me that is good. I got to get a shirt that says Fauci said it's all right.
Fauci said it's okay to go to the movies. I go to the movies. Fauci say it's not okay to go to the movies. I don't go to the movies.
If I'm watching on the news and I see this guy say, you're not gonna get the thing that fixes you up, I'm not gonna do it unless old fucking Pautsch says, hey, it's time for you to get better. What do you say that? I didn't hear no. Hey, Brett, you hear him say that? I didn't hear.
I saw him on the TV. He's in a room all by himself. He got a mask on. I'm like, holy shit, I ain't gonna go nowhere right now.
He's a baller,
Mask
that
by
Pautsch.
himself. Nobody around.
No.
Yes.
You know, my favorite part about it is no one even fucking knows that I did this, right? The fucking Pautsch is so small. I got him in my fucking suitcase. I get him around and I pull him out and I zip him out. First, I give him a cracker or something to it. Hey, Pautsch, can I do it? He goes, not yet. I put him back in and I roll him down. He got a mask on. Don't worry about it. But, you know, you got to figure it out. I got my suitcase with Pautsch.
You heard of Elf on a Shelf, Fauci in a suitcase, you know?
Fauci in a pouch.
Yeah,
Fauci in a pouch.
We just branded it. We just made $20.
Fauci in a pouch.
Fauci in a pouch.
Can I get you
Available
one
now.
in
on
1984? Fauci out the pouch? No. Back in.
Back in. Fauci in
Carry him
the
to the
pouch.
next.
Don't get the gout. Hey!
Fauci with the gout? No.
That's right.
Put him in the pouch.
That's absolutely right. Now I got
Right.
to bounce. Oh, I don't know if that works.
Listen to the
Release
Fauci.
dates.
So Dune.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what the Fauci thinks, but he thinks the Fauci thinks
Yeah.
Dune's being pushed.
Oh no.
That's right.
Life has become like an old DVD you had that has coming this fall, and it's for a movie that came out 10 years ago. You know, it's
You
like
can't skip it because
You
it's
can't
that old
skip it.
DVD.
Now
You
all
have to fast forward.
now all the schmobots are going to be rhyming Fauch with slouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Speaking of which,
Couch on the couch.
Yeah, it's
Couch.
11. It is 11:20. We got
Couch.
about 40 minutes for you guys if you can. Go to streamlabs.com/the schmodown. This is the day of the big match between Dangerous Dan Murrell and Ben Bateman. It is for the title. It is a rematch from arguably one of the best.
Donated $20. Help. This lunatic has me locked in here. I have the vaccine, but Trump paid him to lock me up till October.
Uh-oh. Fauci is locked in that pouch.
He's not wrong.
He's not.
You know, there's a lot of stuff. There's this one thing that came out, and I said, "Hey," and I got a phone call, and I said, "What do you want me to do, Mr. President? What do you want me to do?" He said, "Don't let him out." The only thing that I would hear when we got really cold and I had him in the basement, he would scream out, "Put on the heat! Put on the heat!" So I said, well, Fauci's getting upset over here. So I went downstairs and, and I said, did I hear what I thought I heard? And I listened, and I heard it again. Put on the heat! Put on the heat! So I said, all right, so I put on the fucking heat. Does that have anything to do with the fucking vaccine? I don't know. But it's a shirt now available on clownfart.fuck.
Sounds like Fauci.
Nice.
I thought we were gonna reveal my show until later, Chris.
The Fauci pouch.
The Fauci pouch.
Fuck.
On the heat!
That's what kills the virus is the heat.
I'm sorry, I was gonna say Fauci and the flirting flouse,
Yeah.
The flirting
Fauci and the
Fauci.
flouse.
I want people to start screaming out at live events. Put on the heat! All right, let's.
Should we talk about buttholes before we go to the question?
Oh yeah. Tell me about your scratching ass. Maybe you dirty fucking ass.
Oh, the Dune trailer.
All right.
Hey, all you people out there with buttholes taking dumps. It's hard to believe, personally, that we go to the bathroom in this country and we wipe instead of wash. Did you know bidets have been available for years, but they were horribly expensive, like thousands of dollars. But no. Hello Tushy Modern Bidet Attachment is here to democratize the blessings bestowed by bidets to offer clean buttholes to everyone. Now that's something I'll stand behind. Hello Tushy cleans your butt with a precise stream of fresh water for just $79. It attaches to your existing toilet, no electricity required, extra plumbing, nothing. It cuts toilet paper use by 80%. So the Hello Tushy bidet pays for itself in a few months. Because with Hello Tushy, you don't wipe it all. Even the best 2-ply just can't cut it when it comes to a hands-free poop experience. So ditch the paper products and the uncomfortable chafing and switch to a soothing cleansing stream of water from the Hello Tushy bidet attachment. And get this, every Hello Tushy bidet attachment comes with a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty. Try it out for a bit. See how washing your butt feels like before you commit to it. Join the millions of Hello Tushy customers right now and have a clean butt with every flush. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to do it after the show, maybe right now. If you can multitask, go to hellotushy.com/SENLive to get 10% off. This is a special offer just for our listeners. hellotushy.com/SENLive for 10% off. hellotushy.com/SENLive. The Pautsch uses it. Why don't you use one?
Put on the heat. All right. Thank you, Brett. Yes, go ahead, Robbie.
I'm sorry, we didn't get around to it last time, but I was gonna say with the tenant thing. It's funny, they just put in drive-ins in LA. For the first time, even though indoor theaters are closed in LA, and plus I saw MFI post that she did a private screening, so they're trying really, really hard to get that LA, New York buzz back, because that's an essential part of what's missing for Tenet and for it to make money. So I don't know, it could end up having legs and it could end up succeeding, and maybe by the time Wonder Woman comes out, maybe times are kind of back to normal-ish, and maybe that's encouraging for Dune too. So maybe it's a good move overall. So.
The only reason I would say it's not also right now is because from the next, no one's going to be thinking about movies right now for the next month and a half. No matter what side, unfortunately, you have to say that you're on. Everybody for the next month and a half is going to be thinking about this election. That's all people are going to be thinking about. I'm thinking about going to the movies. They're going to be thinking about trying the direction in general. Some people will go, but not enough to make a dramatic swing to get all this money back into Tenet's pocket. I think that they dramatically made a huge error. They should have done what everyone else did, and they should have pushed it back to 2021. It's that Nolan was so determined to be the movie.
Donald Trump donated $20. Keep that Pautsch in that pouch. It'll be on the couch till that slouch Biden loses. If I lose my feelings, we'll say ouch.
It's fair. So this is my favorite comment so far. Michael Hunter, vote for whoever turns on the heat.
Hey, it's a good platform.
Put on the heat. All right, let's go. Let's go to the. Speaking of which, before we go, like I said yesterday, I was that part of it I did watch.
Kathleen Kennedy donated $20.
Thank you, Kathleen.
I can wait for my debut on One-on-One. I told Bob that rushing the first movie without a planned trilogy may not be good long term, but it has the buzz. Anyway, we'll talk more when I am on. Oh, is that Softlerton Flaws? Big fan.
Oh, Kathleen Kennedy, big fan of the Flouse. Well, that's not Flouse. That's not Flouse yet. Well, now, will the Flouse ever come back?
Bachelor donated $20. I had to stop working. I was laughing so hard I was crying. You all are nuts. Happy Friday. Long
Friday.
live the Pautsch. Oh, hi, Brett.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The long live the Fouch. Anyway, so have you got?
We donated $20. Can we get RB3 Luke Skywalker wandering on the set of Dune complaining about the sand, with angry Reilly asking what the heck is he doing here?
I actually love that. All right, so we're on the set of Dune. Luke Skywalker has arrived, and Reilly is the security guard working. All right, RB3, take it away.
Hey, wow, this is a really cool planet. This is Tatooine. I'm from Tatooine. I was going to the Tashi station. I got a little lost. Excuse me, sir. Who are you?
Whoa. Hold on a minute. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Luke Skywalker.
You Luke Skywalker? What is it? Well, whoa. What is this? Tatooine here? No, this is Arrakis. What the fuck are you doing? Somebody get the fuck out of here with this Luke Skywalker shit.
I just wanted to go to Tashi station and get some power converters.
Power converters. My power convert this. 1965 Dune book come out. Fucking Sand Planet 1977. Fuck you, Lucas. I know where you got it.
Who's my father?
Put on the
Why don't you ask the Freeman, okay? Get the fuck out of here with this shit. Fuck you with this fucking say. Give us your fucking say.
Good. That's good. All right, everybody. Keep it coming here. Streamlabs.com/theschmodown. Thank you for everybody who's put in the wonderful donations today. Really appreciate that. And we got some more time. We got about a half an hour left. Ben, let's get to some of these questions here. And right before we do that, I want to go over a quick reminder. The big match today between Dan Murrell, Ben Bateman for the championship. Rematch from Atlanta, which arguably is one of the best matches we've ever had. Definitely it's up for match of the year this year. You got Reilly. I'm going to put you on the spot here because you've played Dan Murrell. He's on your faction, and then you got Ben Bateman, who is your teammate. This is a big match between the two of these guys. It's Dan. Now this is the funny thing here. If Dan wins tonight, he will be he'll be the first person to defend twice with the singles championship since Sam Levine did it. He certainly did it in his first run as champion, but no one's done it since Sam's. So he would tie his own record when he did that back when he won the title from you. He defended it against Clark Wolf and he defended it against Ellis, and then of course he lost the match against Roca. But he has a chance to defend it twice, and Bateman has the opportunity to become only the fourth two-time singles champion ever, and all of them will live in the Finstock Exchange if he does it. So, how do you feel going into this match, and who do you think who's got it?
Well, I feel good watching two of my favorite competitors and friends go at it. I mean, this is going to be the best match ever, another one at least. But listen. Who do I have? I'm going with Bateman because I've been studying with him. I've been working with him. I think it's his time. I think it's that part of the Schmodown legacy that is uncontrollable when it comes to luck and the Schmodown guys, and I think that this is his time. He's going to get it. He's done the work. It's like Dan Murrell's going to give him all the trouble in the world for this, so it's probably going to go down to another sudden death.
All right, let's say, Brett, I know that you actually know a lot more about the Schmodown than you did 2 years ago. So, what do you between the two of these guys? What do you got?
This is such a toss. I mean, like, two just powerhouses together. I said Bateman yesterday because he was on the show. No, I didn't. No, I think Bateman 100%. I think he just seems so relaxed and dialed in. I'm going with Bateman too, also because Reilly said so. That's fair.
RB3.
Yeah, this one's gonna be tough. I mean, I personally love to see Bateman kind of get that like redemption story, but you can't. It's hard to root against the GOAT, Dan Murrell. So I'm gonna give the slight edge to Dan, but if you never know, Bateman might get another Tyler Perry category, and he might show out. Tyler Perry's a billionaire too now, so he might get that little extra boost because of that. So I don't know.
Goddard, you've been around like the shows here and the Jen Sturgis show and hearing Dan and Ben and you've heard them on the show together. Who do you think you've been picking up on any advantages, any edges? Who do you think's got this out of the two?
I think Dan made the best point on Brad and Jen's show coming up next on Monday, and it was that in Atlanta, Dan had 2 rounds where he scored 0 points. He got 0 points in the speed round, and he bet 0 for Tyler Perry, and he still won. And that's no like diss on Ben at all. Like, it was an amazing match, but just seeing it from that perspective, I got to go Dan. Like, he's defended. He won it from Bateman in one of the best matches. Won it, defended it against Ethan in another overtime match. Like, Dan doesn't lose live events, pay-per-view events, Zoom events, whatever you want to call them. He doesn't lose them. So until he does, I can't bet against him.
All right, and then on the undercard, obviously you got Janine the Machine coming back against the Warfather. The Warfather, out of anybody, makes me laugh the hardest. I will never forget what he was playing against. He was playing against Greg Alba in the Inner Geekdom. And I don't remember what the question was itself, but it was something along the line. What was the name of the alien who does blah 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 blah? And Greg had gotten it right, and the Warfather answered Alphonse, which is completely wrong, but it was just absolutely hysterical. Name the thing Alphonse. Where do you when you can pull a name like Alphonse before Capone even came out was brilliant. I love him. I don't think that he's going to be able to handle Janine. No, I think Janine's going to win that pretty easy, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. We're going to find out tonight. So you guys can find that out. Also, you go to the schmodownlive.com. You can check. You can get the. If you're not a $10 patron, you can just get that. It's $4.99. You can go to the schmodownlive.com to get the event happening today at 5 p.m. And if you are a $10 patron, you'll just get it emailed to you. So go ahead and do that. Now we're going to get to your questions. The streamlabs.com/theschmodown. A lot of questions you guys have been putting in, but also remember that the Schmobot is available for the next 28 minutes. So if you have any anything that you want to do, anything you want to put in there, any impressions, put them on in there, and let's close out the week strong here. All right, let's bring it up. What do you got, Ben?
Yeah, Warfather, I think Mark was asking him his 5-pointer, and he goes, Warfather? And Warfather goes, yes, War Son. just right back. And that was like his premiere match. Like, just like to have that right away while you're about to answer your 5-pointer. Like, so good. So
He kills me, man. Warfather is very, very funny.
Yeah. Antetokounmpo Bagadion. Hey y'all, haven't read Dune books, but yesterday someone said that based on the trailer and some comments made by Villeneuve, novel stories aside, Kristian, how cool would it be if Paul wipes out other houses, a la Michael Corleone at the end of the movie? I think
I don't know enough about it, so I'll let Reilly speak on that without spoiling anything, obviously too. But like, could we see it that type of thing happen? He's reading Dune right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Are you
I'm rereading it right now.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
What is the font on that? Is that real super tiny in like 9.2?
Yeah, I don't know why the Amazon wanted me this one, but here we are. I have
I hate books that are like inconvenient to hold. Like you're gonna be like this for like
break
that spine.
So Reilly, anything? So can we? So give me a description for those people who've never seen Dune, and I'm not talking about the Lynch one or read it or know about it. Why? I mean, because I can tell you after watching the trailer, I know why I'm excited about it. But why will people be excited for this movie?
Well,
if done right.
If done right, I mean, the mythology matches like not the same mythology, but it is so rich and deep and convoluted and interesting as Star Wars, and I would even argue more so because of the houses and the different, royal kind of way in which they do have to work the universe, and like the spice on Arrakis is so important to the galaxy and what it means for House Atreides to take over that. And then you get a little bit of the Corleone kind of stuff where there could be some rats in your kingdom and whatnot. Now, I don't believe it's very Godfathery. I put it more to mythological and, chosen ones in this under the guise of like a political system within royal families. It's very, very interesting. And then you get the sandworms, which I know a lot of people were talking, saying butthole and whatnot. It's incredible. It's incredible. The mythology inside Dune and how the sand is connected to the spice, connected to the sandworms, connected to Paul and House Atreides. It's really fascinating. It's really, I'm doing it such injustice talking this way. You got to just read the book. And I hope that if Villeneuve does the book, it's going to be something that really takes over people. They'll love it. But it might be, I don't know. I don't know if I'm worried about Blade Runner 2049 results with this.
Well, I think Dune personally is a little bit different than Blade Runner because Dune has been around for so long and it's such an iconic book. I think this really has the potential to be like a Lord of the Rings level kind of, success.
That's more closely to what I think it could be. Yeah.
And but I do think, when you look at like Villeneuve, like his style, and again, I say this so many times on the show, but like people, if you haven't watched the Jodorowsky's Dune documentary, it is an amazing, amazing, amazing documentary about like the behind the scenes of what the original version of the cinematic Dune was supposed to look like. And it gives you so much to get excited for without really telling you anything about the story. It just kind of gives you a bunch of concept art and visuals and all that kind of stuff. So like, even though I'm not as familiar with the book as Reilly is, I do understand that, you can get excited through other ways outside of the plot.
My hometown in Houston sports last night was Payne. Astros are banged up. Yes, I know they cheated, so shut up, y'all. Rockets can't adjust jack against the Lakers, and Bill O'Brien is still not fired from my Texans. Maybe it's why I'm going into esports more.
Esports.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Those Rockets got tossed around last night. Let's go. James Harden 2-11.
All right, what's
Still
next?
like 23 points though. He had like 16 free throws.
Yeah.
Anthony Persack, just wanted to say thank you for all the content. I hope you all have a great weekend. Riley, I love your Spider-Man 4 pitch with Jason Inman. Can't wait for the next one. Much love to everyone.
Thank you. And speaking about all the new stuff, like I said, obviously, today, One-on-One officially launches, and next week we have the official launch of Dan Murrell's show. That'll be next Wednesday, and we should have coming up next with Brad Gilmore and Jen Sturger coming out really quick. The Inner Geekdom show will be at the end of the month. So a lot of great things coming your way. So thank you for subscribing and and all those shows will be available on podcast form. So once you're able to subscribe over there, leave us a rate and comment and do all that. All right, what's next?
What are the better? Just wanted to send some love to RB3 and Ben. You guys manage a visibly stressful job on the show with aplomb and humor. We appreciate y'all's hard work. Keep it real. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
156 Impulse. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Just wanted to say thank you for the heroes on this day 19 years ago, a day we will never forget. May God protect this country. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Review and play 23. I wish Fast and Furious would just turn into the Hot Wheels cartoon stuff. They had teleporting, special abilities, races to save Earth. I think they should throw out all reason and logic. We need silly.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of teleportation, I think they do.
They
have all those things.
They do. I do want to address also the fact that I posted this morning, like a lot, many people who we were affected by the events 19 years ago of 9/11, and I lost a very good friend of mine during that. I post his picture every year. I posted it on my Instagram this morning too. He was the person that was able to show me it was cool to be a nerd. It was he introduced me to George Carlin and to rated R movies and to just to embrace being me. And we lost him that day, that Tuesday morning, 19 years ago. And I know a lot of families lost their loved ones. I know a lot of friends were lost. I know just in general how we were all affected. And it's, that's what everyone says, is never forget. And we shouldn't. We should honor all those people. We should honor all the lives. We should honor all the firemen and just people in general who helped and police that have helped. And it's just it is an awful day in the history of this country, obviously, and of the world. But it is also something that we honor all the souls that were lost that day. So, again, thank you to everyone who sent out the wonderful words this morning in general. So, thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right, moving on.
Sterling Attenborough. Hey all, happy Friday. Super excited for today's title match. I think Bateman is going to reclaim the title, in which case we'll need a Merle Bateman 3. Great matches all week with Wonder Woman 84 now slated for Christmas Day. Do you think they'll offer it on VOD?
Which one on VOD?
Wonder Woman.
No, you can't put that one on VOD. It's too much money.
I think they'll just keep pushing.
They're gonna say that's what they got to do. They're just gonna have They're just gonna have a really big. They're just gonna hope that in whenever they release the movie in 2021, they got to space it out, and they're just gonna try to make as much money as they can in 2021.
It's crazy though, because I do think like Black Widow and Wonder Woman would make the most on VOD, honestly, like more than anything that's come out. I really do feel people would pay that $30. If you're gonna make it 30, would pay the $30 for those two. They
would, but the difference is though, Ben, is that most people out of that 30, the reason that you can say, okay, yeah, I'll pay 30 for this is because you're basically. So for me, the reason why I would pay 30 is because my wife, myself, my daughter, that's normally would be like $45 at a movie theater plus all the concessions and everything too. So although the theater sees that, but the studio itself loses out on another $15 to $20 and maybe sometimes even $40 on per ticket. So that's where the loss comes in.
For sure. Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's. Which franchise will be the next to venture into space? Jurassic Park? Who am I kidding? We all know it will be McDonald's.
Yeah, it's true.
Kaltotorax. Hey, Brett, back me up. Fast 5, we know the ending with the safe heist. Ozark Season 1, Episode 4. There was a club, a safe needed, a chain, a wall, and a car. Bateman loved Fast 5.
Yeah. What? What am I backing up?
I don't know.
I think Jason Bateman, not Ben Bateman.
Oh,
Jason
yeah.
Okay.
Bateman, 100%.
James Wheeler. I mean, it did say Jason Bateman. It said Bateman. Not. James Wheeler. I'm actually in San Francisco, and it's been actually scary the last few days. I bet. I've seen those fires, man. It's insane. Marshall Weeks. What's up, guys? JCVD revealed on Instagram Live that he is working on a Bloodsport 2. As a huge JCVD fan, this excites me. I enjoyed his Kickboxer remake movies and the recent Universal Soldier. Over under 30% Joaquin Phoenix Joker appears in the Batman.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in Bloodsport.
Yeah. All over the place.
Over.
Impossible.
Give me those odds.
It's in the middle of
3-1. He shows up in Bloodsport 2.
I asked him, I said, "You want to have a Bloodsport too?" He said, "Do you want some cookies?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Do you want some milk?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Do you have a green card?" I said, "Yes." I did not have a green card. The reason why I don't.
Donated
Joker laugh.
$20.
Yeah.
Hey
Oh, okay.
guys, just wanted to jump in here with a prediction for tonight's big title match.
Yes,
When
please.
Kristian announces the winner, I'm predicting the title will go to someone in the Finstock Exchange. If
Oh.
I had to choose two players, I guess Bateman or Morrill.
Yeah, it's so it looks like someone's.
donated $20. Hey, SEN crew can't watch live because what I thought was a film production job was actually a scam to get access to my bank account. They could have taken over $3,500 if I didn't catch it. So just wanted to say be careful to anyone in the industry. Fuck.
Yeah, no shit.
Whoa.
Wait, how they scam? I
Really?
missed that.
God, I was waiting for.
He said that he thought he was working a film production job, and it was actually a scam to get access to his bank account.
Jeez.
Wow.
It's like
I don't understand that one.
That's awful.
People are awful. All right, what's next?
Marshall Weeks. Oh, no, just read that one. Felicio del Toro. Hey, Christian, you should interview Eric Stifler from Pretty Much It for One-on-One, one of the OG movie reviewers on YouTube. I'm sure Roxy wants some more info on that van of his.
I'd love to have Eric on. I'm a big fan of Eric Stifler. He's a really good dude. That's the beauty that right now I have some guests lined up that, some celebrity guests, if you will. I have some lined up. And then it also allows me to, because one of the things that I've found very successful when I had the show on Collider was to interview the crew and the cast. Like if you like Sinead DeFries interview did something like 70,000 views or something, and people really loved that particular one. And hearing more about the stories, the one with Rocco went really well. So I'm going to be I'll be doing that for sure. But I'm going to lean in first with some of these big interviews. I do have someone lined up that in our space that I think will be pretty interesting for everybody too. But I'm excited. We have a lot of guests coming up, and I guess I'll say this, but I always get nervous announcing a guest because then it doesn't happen, and I feel like I have egg on my face. But I'll announce it for this one, and then if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But Kevin Smith is going to be on 101.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be great. He and I have talked about it. It looks like it's going to be in October, so it'll be full on. I don't know how long it's going to go. Hopefully it goes. I'm trying to break the Richard Dreyfuss record, Riley.
I was wondering. Yeah, I was going to ask if you get Richard Dreyfuss back, can I just go sit in the corner again?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, so we were back on the set of. Oh yeah.
Fucking greatest. So great.
The best is when his wife was in the room and she's just like, don't say that. He's like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. It's so good. All right, what's next?
Pork Hub. Brett, when we first met the character Jeremiah, he had to go west to save his family. We haven't heard from him in a while. How are his adventures going?
Brett?
All right.
Oh,
I was waiting for you to cue it up.
No, I don't have the music on here right
Well, I think here's the sad truth: his family died.
Oh my God!
Yikes! But now he's gonna avenge their death,
Oh.
and but he kills people just by screaming really loud.
now. Oh, good.
So-
Okay,
That's
great.
There you go.
Perfect.
Meet 78. Due to my OCD, I am playing catch up on episode 67 just after the Oscars. Few downplayed comments of Corona. I cringe when talk of Atlanta Live is mentioned. It's like watching Titanic. Love to the big guy Schnepp.
Oh, so 67 of this show?
Yeah.
Seems like forever ago. Yeah, it's interesting. You probably go back. That's very interesting. You go back to that time, that period of when we didn't know how serious it was. It'd probably be really crazy to listen to. So I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no thanks.
All right.
Because I know we got in and out of Atlanta just before everything.
Yeah. Well, dude, when we went to New York, Kate jokes about it, but like my wife has been paying attention to this shit like since the beginning, and this is in January. She's like, wear a mask on the plane, and I did, and I told Kate about Corona. She's like, what's Corona? You're making it up. And I said, wear a fucking mask, will you? And she did. And she tells the story now, like that was the first time she ever heard about it. But that was in January.
I think like the couple that I sat next to like sanitized their whole thing. And I was like, okay, that like I had a mask on. But I was like, okay, that's a bit much. And I'm like
now
I'm glad they were sitting next to me.
Exactly. All right, next.
Dagan, happy Friday, crew. Final predictions for tonight's Schmodown matches. Who you got? Warfather, Janine, Bateman, and Merle hyped for these matches.
We gave our predictions for sure, but that goes down tonight, 5 p.m. guys, to the schmodownlive.com. Also, the tournament is in full swing. The round 1 is officially done. It is over. The match between Roca and Collins went up yesterday, so you can watch that. The entire tournament is available on the Season 7 playlist. If you are missing out, if you've been missing out on the tournament, you've missed out some of the best competition we've ever had in the Schmodown, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. All right, what's up?
Yes. Sir Attenborough, aside from the must-watch pay-per-view later today, what are you guys looking forward to watching this weekend? I'm going to sit down and watch Raised by Wolves finally.
Yes.
Have any of you seen it? I've heard good things and hope it delivers. Have a happy week.
I've heard great things about it, but I have not seen it yet, which means that I will be watching Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll be watching is Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I'm going to try to do that. Yeah, I keep every time I come in the room, the wife is watching The Office, and
come on, just get her to watch Cobra Kai. I bet you, out of the two of you, I bet you Lonnie likes it better than you do.
I'd say that, man.
And it's
Sergeant Snyder's couch donated $20. Cold Al Pacino asking for heat to be put on.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. It is 20 degrees outside. I walk in here. And this guy, he got on a bathing suit. 20 degrees. This guy over here, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's shivering on the floor. Look at him, like a fish coming out of the water. So I say this, once and for all. Put on the heat. That's it, nothing else. Put on the heat. You didn't hear me? Let me say it again. Put on the heat. Put it on. There you go. All right, what's next?
Put on the heat.
Sir Edinburgh, last one for today. Would all want to see a Mission Impossible Fast and Furious crossover movie in space? I, for one, would pay to see that shit. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love silliness in space?
I mean, come on. You got Fast and Furious and Tom Cruise doing real stunts. I mean, he doesn't realize he's in the
movie. Bruce Leroy, looking forward to tonight as a defense lawyer who specializes in child pornography. I have to say that Cuties on Netflix is really pushing the limits of legality. I have had clients who have gone to prison for less graphic depiction. Ugh. Have you guys heard about that?
Yeah. You got to get rid of that. I don't know.
That shit's not right.
I don't understand why they would even attempt to make that kind of movie. You got to get rid of it.
The fact that it has like a 70 on IMDb and like the critic, we don't need to go into it, but
get rid of
fuck that noise.
Yeah.
Somebody. There's a ton of videos on YouTube on how music can change a film. There's a vid with Pirates of the Caribbean with a bunch of different music overlaid, and it completely changes the tone every time. Yeah. Anyone who thinks it doesn't is talking out the ass.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right.
Caltotorax. Okay, you all went Rocky 4 again. I love Rocky 4, but family stuff at the end. But the translator at the end says, close to everyone gets pizza. Just rewatch the ending. It was funny when I was a kid. Sadly, we did not get pizza.
Yeah. This fall sales of the blood snow. It was better than two guys here killing each other.
However, Kristian, thanks to your Richard impression, there's nothing I love more than trolling my friends with, I gotta be honest with you. When they ask my opinion on something. Also, can I please get a Stallone fire the shot? Gotta have it.
Sure. Well, first of all, I'll tell you, Richard. Well, listen, I got to be honest with you. If you're using my voice to intimidate your friends, you're doing it right there, buddy. Because, sitting around, I had a buddy named Sylvester Stallone. He'd walk around and he'd fighting against the people in Burma. And he would be up there and he says to his friend over there, he goes, this is what he says to him. He says, hey, for every shot. He goes, what? Hey, every shot! And that's what he did. So Iron Bat 1993 says we missed his Schmobot. Can we?
_ Sutherland donated $20. Thank you again for all the matches on Friday. The $10 Patreon is the best deal on the internet. I mean, Star Wars Tourney Inner Geekdom Championship Bateman v Mortal 2. Are you kidding me? Everything is amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a really good month the last couple months, and then. This month, we have next month, October. So this for everybody who's wondering what you're going to get at the $10 Patreon tier. Next month, you will get the teams championship between Shazam and Corruption with a undercard TBD. And in November, we have one that I can't announce yet, but that's one that everybody's going to watch. And then December is the Spectacular, which looks like right now it's going to be 5 matches and virtual. And it'll be an all-day thing, and that obviously will also come from the $10 patron. So there you go. Okay, what's
Big Bad Booty Daddy? Look at the booty. Show me the booty. Give me the booty. I want the booty. Back up the booty. I need the booty. I like the booty. Oh, what a booty!
Ben, can you take a look to see if you can find Iron Bat 1993?
As I'm scrolling, I'm looking for it for sure. Azim the Dream reviews Jurassic World trilogy versus Star Wars sequel trilogy. It's not even close.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah. Do you think Jurassic World Dominion has the potential to be better than Rise of Skywalker? No.
I don't know if it has. There's always an option. There's always a chance it can be better. Do I think? I look. I'm love the fact of where they're going with the franchise now, and I wish they would have went there right away with it, but they're going there now with it, which is great, and what they've set up in these short films. So yeah, I do think it has a chance because it looks like the same thing. It seems like it has more of a plan. And and Trevorrow, like I had said, to me, was the one person out of all of the people involved in Star Wars that was actually trying to link up the other 2 movies that were put behind him. So it looks like he's also going to try to link up the movies that were put behind him that he set up. So I think that he's a better overall.
Donald Trump donated $20. Turn up the heat? Guess that means you like me cause I have been ignoring climate change for 4 years. Thank you. It'll be here till at least November. Wait, I'm supposed to be Trump. I can't come up with original things. Make America great and such.
And such. That was good.
That was great.
Right, anyway, what's next?
Azim the Dream. Oh, that we just read that one. Jurassic World versus Star Wars. Pac-Man Dwain. Hey guys, question for the people not from California. When you first moved out there, what was the first landmark you visited, and what's the thing you haven't been to yet?
Palm Springs is somewhere I haven't gone yet, and I wanted to go to Palm Springs. Yeah, I've never been. I wanted to go to Palm Springs, and
it's an easy California thing.
I know. I have not been there yet, so that's the place I wanted to go. I went to. It was so funny. I'm sure I've told this story before, but I remember being in college and telling my friend Chris, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm pretty excited." And like 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna be like walking around. I'll be on like Hollywood Boulevard, and I'm like Hollywood Boulevard. It's like a homeless guy taking a shit there right now. I'm like, I don't go Hollywood Boulevard.
I feel so bad for tourists that come and look at the Walk of Fame, man. I feel so bad.
No,
it's really gotten bad.
It's gross. It's gross down there. But yeah. So that was the first place I went to go look at all the stars on the walk and stuff.
Yeah, that was a big disappointment. Bong shops and T-shirt shops and shit-stained Spider-Man.
That's those fucking people who do that smell so bad. Oh God. Anyway, what's next?
Over on Super Chat, Ian Williams, Dwayne Johnson and his family all have COVID. They knew they had it when they couldn't smell what The Rock was cooking.
Ooh.
Chris Corcoran. There are so many balls you can find in the pool of balls. Red balls, green balls, purple balls, blue balls, yellow balls, Rokas balls. So many.
I have a question. Wait, I have a question. Who wants? So let me ask. So Goddard, repeat after me.
Yes.
Yellow,
Yellow,
blue,
blue,
red,
red,
purple.
purple,
What color is the grass?
green,
Repeat after me. Red,
red,
yellow,
yellow,
blue,
blue,
purple.
purple.
What color is the grass?
What color is the grass?
Repeat after me.
Oh my god, what is happening? Red,
Yellow,
yellow,
blue,
blue,
purple.
purple.
What color is the grass?
What color is green? I got nothing then.
Supposed to say what color is the grass.
I did.
You did the second time you did it?
The second time I did it.
All right, I missed it then.
Yeah.
Okay. The second time you missed it. Then I
Yeah.
fucked it. But I did that to my wife and I did that to my daughter the other day, and it was really good. So I missed it the second time.
Yeah,
So,
I picked up the second
you
time.
did the second time. Okay, I fucked it up the second time. All right. What's the
Jaiman John, which of these shelved movies should have been made? Tim Burton's Superman or Darren Aronofsky's Batman Year One?
Year one? No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, year one
No doubt.
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's part of me that says if there would have been a year one, there wouldn't have been a Dark Knight. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe not in that aspect, but if I have to take just the two out of as far as which movies I think would have been better, Aronofsky's. I just,
Yes.
Burton makes Burton movies, and they're not. It's just he just goes into straight up, Burton world.
Yeah, watch Schnepp's documentary and all of that stuff that he unearthed. I mean, do you want that Superman movie other than to see it for all of its? I don't know what it would be.
I come from Krypton.
It's when Nick Cage with the long hair and the flashy Superman suit walked in there, I was like,
That would have been a disaster.
what is this?
Yeah. All right.
Ben
Let's.
MD donated $20. Dark film shot with poor lighting, dramaturgy dramas including Magicians for Lineo for 5 films that are aesthetically pleasing to cats.
It says Ben Bateman's IMDb.
Oh God.
That's good. All right.
Ronaldo Dominguez III. I freaking love Rocky IV. I feel like a goddamn bald eagle. I love it.
Okay.
Jaiman John. Wish Battinson get well soon and come back more faster than Bruce Wayne at the end of Dark Knight Rises. If only. DG Productions with a donation, thank you, and a question. Help me settle a debate. What is a better superhero theme? Danny Elfman's Spider-Man or John Ottman's X-Men 2?
Danny Elfman, Spider-Man.
John
Yeah, Danny
Ottman's
Elfman's-
X2.
Oh, okay.
I love
take.
Danny Elfman in the Raimi trilogy.
It's good.
So Jaiman John just put another one. Christian Duo Pacino from Heat. Okay, I see. All right. Those are actually one of my favorite. He does both of those. Those are some of his great lines inside of Heat. I had coffee with Macaulay a half an hour ago. And what's the other one that he does? He does. Don't waste my motherfucking time. That's what I used to say when I used to have a joke about fucking walking into Taco Bell when you had like $3 because you could buy the whole menu. It's like you walk in like Pacino and Heat. Give me all you got. Give me all you got.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Pac-Man Dwain, yo Christian, I have an idea with a one-on-one. When you do the episodes with Ellis, can you do an episode with you and Ellis and some of your old comedian friends talking about the upcoming for y'all love the year some of those stories?
I missed the second part of that.
So like basically do like a kind of like those comedian roundtables they used to do on HBO, The Green Room, like with you and Ellis and your old comedy buddies.
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, I reached out to Eliza. I'd like to get Eliza on the show on one-on-one for sure. But yeah, I'd love to have some of the old. I don't want to just put it inside the movie space and everything too. The one-on-one's going to be everything. It's not just going to be like I said. I want don't expect to see. I mean, you're certainly going to hear about the projects people are working on, but I also want to learn about them. That's what the show is. It's not going to be more about I will ask people about their tastes and things and what they're watching, but it's not going to be the show, So, but we'll see what happens.
Yep. Michael Red Dingus. I like to turn on the heat thing, but I'm in Clear Lake. It's been 100 plus, if not high 90s, for a couple months. Fires all over Cali. Can someone turn down the heat here in Cali?
Yeah.
LOL, JK. I got Merle and Machine.
Turn down the heat.
Yeah, seriously.
There we go.
Please.
Villanelle, wondering if you guys have seen the doc on YouTube called My Brother Jordan. It's heartbreaking, but worth a watch. I lost my brother, so watching this doc really crushed me, but I recommend it. Do you guys have a favorite documentary?
What did we just watch recently that was really good?
Class Action Park.
Class Action Park was great, and then
I gotta watch
we
that.
are Freestyle Supreme, Supreme, which is really really good.
Wild Wild Country was pretty good.
Oh, that was crazy. That was
Yeah.
good. And I do like how it kind of presented both sides at the beginning of it too. Like,
Yeah.
I love the Pearl Jam. I'm not even a big Pearl Jam documentary person, but I love Pearl Jam 20. That's a great doco.
So I'm gonna put in some. Give me some suggestions, by the way. You know what I'll do is I'm gonna tweet out right now, and here's what I want to do. I'm gonna put out because people are putting suggestions for one-on-one in the chat right now. I'm gonna tweet out who you want to see me interview on one-on-one, and tag the person that you want to see me interview. All right, go ahead.
I did want to say Hoop Dreams is my favorite documentary. Hoop Dreams.
I need to watch that. I need to watch Hoop Dreams. Review and Play 23. Universal said that VOD for Trolls made the same amount of profit as the last Trolls movie, since they don't have to give a cut to theaters. A $40 VOD of Wonder Woman could potentially make them as much money as the first. That's a lot of money, though.
$40? No.
Yeah, we're already talking about how 30's pushing that bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if it was a VOD purchase, I could see $40 working, but if it was just a one-time rental, that's a steep price for a one-time rental.
Right.
Yeah. Haskell 420.
Eyebrows donated $20. What do me and John Cena have in common? You can't see us.
It's good. It's true. I actually saw a pretty funny poster. Their picture had like John Cena at his prom picture. With whoever the girl you went, and some guy goes, "Oh, poor girl, she went by herself."
I love that joke is just like it's been like 20 years of that joke, and I love it.
That was his shtick in wrestling. Yeah. All right.
Haskell 420. If Going to Space is either part of Fast 9 or Fast 10, what's the title or tagline for Fast 10? Here's some creative uses of the word fasten. Fasten your seatbelts. Fast and Furious liftoff. Fast and Furious launches into space. # copyrighted.
I like it. I like what you're doing there.
All right, Iron Bat. I'm looking.
Did we get the Schmobots from Kiefer Sutherland and from Pautsch and Schneider's Couch? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Iron
you had
Bat
to ask that.
Was talking to.
Did we get Pussy Lip 69 and Kiefer Sutherland's in there? And can we make T-shirts that say "You missed my Streamlabs"?
Yeah.
I think those would be a big hit.
I actually think you're right.
I would.
My asshole sore 26 says.
Iron Bat 1993. I was talking to my brother earlier this week, and the subject moved to a biopic about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Came to the conclusion that you could make a trilogy with all The Rock has done. Any other biopic trilogies you guys think are possible?
Wow, trilogy for the Rock.
Trilogies.
Ooh.
I mean, it gotta be like a real person, right? Like,
I'm really not trying to jump on the bandwagon, but Chadwick Boseman was a big time character actor, like one episode like TV person, and then to see him break into like some of the most historic roles, like I don't know about trilogy, but I'm telling you, like someone I don't know who's gonna play Chadwick Boseman in the biopic, but it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
All right, good ones. All right, next one.
I say Barack trilogy, Barack Obama trilogy. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Azim the Dream. Kristian, what were you saying about Colin Trevorrow? The robot interrupted it.
Oh, I was just saying that I think that he pays more attention. Excuse me. I think that JJ and Ryan Johnson are much better filmmakers than Trevorrow. That's I think. But I think that clearly from whether the stuff that I read story wise, that he's thinking about the overall arc of things where those two gentlemen were not. That's all I was saying. Yeah. All right. What's next?
And that was it.
Okay, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today on the show. Once again, please head on over to the I posted it I pinned it. If you're watching now, I pinned it to the comments. One-on-one goes down today. Cholo Metaduena Miguel from Cobra Kai is my first guest. Please go and check that out. It'll be on the channel here today also. Thank you to Ben Goddard, Mark Reilly, Brett Sheridan, RB3. And make sure you, today, Ben Bateman versus Dan Murrell. Janine the Machine versus Warfather. It happens tonight, 5 p.m. Please go and check that out, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, please. And join us tonight. We're going to try to break that record of live streaming. So you should join us. Have a good time. And we'll see you next time, Mother F's.